Hey again. Now I will share an understanding of awakening. What is awakening? This is the question. Awakening is when the source and the material of reality becomes aware of its own nature. What does it mean for reality to become aware of its own nature? It means that this awakening is completely above or transcending all conditions and states of mind, or even the presence or absence of mind. These have nothing to do with awakening. Awakening is the state of affairs. It is how things are. So this is good news for you, because this means that no matter what you are feeling like, what you consider yourself to be, what your history is, it doesn't matter who you are. Awakening is possible for you, and you do not have to do anything to realize it. But the only thing you have to do is to become aware of the thing that I'm talking about, and the thing is in your experience right now. So the trick is to become aware of a quality, of a fact that exists in your experience right now. How to do this? The most important thing is to not identify with a thought. Now, what is a thought? Thoughts are all things that are mental, verbal, pictures in the mind, words in the mind. So basically, if you close your eyes and the space that appears before your closed eyes, if it feels like that's inside your head, that's a thought. That's not actually inside your head. The thing that appears is there, that's real. But your head, that kind of wavy, ghost-like, these lines, or the silhouette of your head, that's a thought. And the awakening has to do with realizing what thoughts are and not attaching yourself to them. And this is super easy because experiences themselves are not attached to anything. Each and every experience is confidently and easily and naturally self-aware. This current moment does not require a perceiver to exist just as it does. Sounds don't require a central hearer. They just are. Total. And bodily sensations don't require any form around them to contain them, or any central agent, central figure up in the head, up in the high tower, to be looking down upon them and owning them and considering them its own sensations. No, the sensations are free. They're free and feeling themselves just where they are. And awakening is to become aware that this is how this is. So the easiest way to do this, if you want to awaken right now, let's close the eyes and relax the spotlight of your attention completely. Just totally let go and see what naturally appears on the screen of your consciousness. It's most likely some kind of a sense perception. So again, just totally let go. Don't do anything. Allow your mind to be open and free, effortless, open and free, relaxed. Spread out over the whole sensory field. And what's here? What naturally appears? For me, it's the sound of a little Buddha statue that's also a kind of a little waterfall. So it's making the sound of running water. So now I'm aware of the sound. There's the sound, but around the sound there's nothing. At this end, where the bodily sensations are, there is nothing, no being receiving the sound. And I actually have to do an extra movement of attention to bring the attention back to the sensations to even say this. When I'm listening to the sound, there's nothing but the sound. The sound is free. There's no additional sensations of a head, of ears, of face, of the body. These don't exist. They're not there right now for me. And if they are there for you, then that is where your conceptual self is trying to convince you that that is where you are. And that is the mind mechanism in your consciousness is trying to create a situation where it seems like those central kind of deep bodily sensations, it's the mind mechanism is trying to make it look like those bodily sensations are the central perceiver of your current experience. And that is a thought. And now we will become aware of thoughts. So let's wait for a thought to appear. Now let's let go of all specific sensory inputs. If there are sounds, if there's feelings, sensations, those are fine. But now we will take our attention to the consciousness, the space in which thoughts appear inside you. The space in which every thought appears, whether it's an image or a sound, memory, imagination, a body part, an image of your hand, face, belly. And we will pick the next thought, whatever it is. For me, let's say I'm feeling my face and I'm kind of imagining the outer edges of my face, how my skin looks, how it feels, how I have 2 cheeks, 2 eyes, a nose, 2 lips, all this kind of stuff. And now I will become silently aware that, okay, this is a thought. I'm not actually physically seeing a visual face. I'm kind of, it's a shrouded image that's only present in my thinking beingness, which is consciousness. And how do I know it's not actually perceived? It's because if I have another thought, then that image of the face goes away and it's not continuously perceived. And then it may come back, and that is not proof of consistency. It doesn't mean if you experience firstly the mental image of your face, then an outer sound, and then again the mental image of your face. This does not mean excuse me. This does not mean that your face was there the whole time. It means your consciousness was there the whole time, and it experienced an image of the face twice. And there is no specific experience you have to try to achieve, to go to. No, you just let go and relax, because your nature is to be conscious. It is what you are. You are becoming aware of what you are. So let go of any effort, striving, trying. It's here. You're here. We're becoming aware of something that's here. And now let's pick a thought again. And let's say the thought is, I always try to do this, but it never works. I just don't understand. It doesn't work for me. Now this is the thought. It may be accompanied by some bodily sensations to make it more believable. But the thought itself, just kind of hear it, receive it, see it, make it clearer in the consciousness, the thought itself. Don't let it go. Kind of think it again, imagine it again, and try to touch what is there and take it closer, so to speak. Try to really look at that thought. If it's like verbal, like I just don't get it, imagine it again slowly. It's kind of a substanceless echo in the mind space, in the consciousness. Now imagine it again, think it again, slowly. I just don't get it. And now, while you're thinking the thought, try to become aware of the space in which that thought is thought. And try to notice if you can actually perceive a being who is looking at that thought. Is there one? Who are you? Who's seeing the thought? Now imagine it again. I just don't get it. In this space of consciousness, is there a perceiver for the thought? Is there something apart from the thought that even exists? Can something that doesn't exist perceive something that does exist? Meaning, can something outside the thought be perceiving the thought. Where's the perceiving coming from? Is there some invisible, ethereal thing called consciousness that is apart from the thought, that is looking at the thought from afar or from behind the thought? Or is the thought itself the only consciousness that is present? There's no other consciousness than the consciousness that is the thought itself. The only consciousness that's here is the thing that is here. There's no field of consciousness that exists individually apart from everything else. What you're conscious of is the consciousness. And in this way you can kind of detach yourself from feeling like you're an imaginary conceptual being about whom all these thoughts are talking about. Because every thought that says the word I don't get it, I do get it, I almost kind of get it, that I is not there in your own consciousness when you really look at it. That I is not there, but the I of the consciousness is there. And releasing the thoughts in this way will create fluidity in the mind. And from my experience, it's easiest to first de-identify from thoughts or from your mind, and then when that happens, then the body comes next and the dimensions come next. So you could almost kind of say it's like first you dissolve the mental idea of yourself, and then you dissolve the mental ideas of any physical dimensions. But maybe it could happen in one go. I don't know. You try it out and tell me.